Hey, what's up, world? I got 42 minutes, man. I'm gonna drop a lot of downloads on y'all. Uh, I'm gonna need Greg Abbott, Ted Cruz to combine forces. Uh, we need to fight, together, bro. Side by side. I need y'all's help because I got some intel, bro. Uh, the city mayor's got to go. She's got to get out of here. The one in my city, she's got to get out of here. She's gotta she's gotta get fired, bro. And she's aware, and she's starting to know that doors are shutting on her. She knows there's no way out but getting fired. And she's very the download that I got. She's gonna be upset. Of course, why not, right? She's evil. She's crooked. She's a freaking Rico, and she's stealing my money and other people in the not everybody, but other people that are by her side, helping her run this organized crime. I should be getting checks, monthly checks, royalty checks, supposedly 20,000 a month to what I heard 20,000 a month, or 200,000 a month, or 2 million a month, or 200 million a month, something with a two. But I should be getting royalty checks that they're holding from me with the number two, monthly royalty checks, and they're hiding it from me. They're keeping it for some reason. Well, not for some reason. It's so they could do their agenda. Now, I'm not lying, people. What I saw is real. Uh, she's talking also somebody that's, I want to say, a little more powerful than her. A woman too, dark, dark like her, maybe a little bit lighter. But I saw her bigger, like taller, more, a little bit. She was bigger. She looked like she had a little more. May I don't know if she's the same size, but she looked bigger, which means she might have a little more authority than her, a little more power than her, a little more pull. Because I saw them at a parking lot at Walmart at night talking, and I pulled up next to them in my car, and they didn't know that I saw them. Oh, and I saw her. She saw me. She gave me an ugly fucking look, dog. Like, that's it. I'm gonna kill you. That's it. That kind of look. That's it. You're done. Well, the download that I got was that they're gonna put some kind of tracker on my car, in hopes that it blows up or something like they did Paul Walker and shit. Something with a tracker. That's their plan. Because they know they can't get to me. They know that I'm doing God's work. They know. So they're like, well, if he leaves the house, we'll just put a tracker and blow him up. That's what they think, people. Well, God's like, bitch, bet. Right? Because as soon as I heard that, their plans and them trying to dispose of me for speaking the truth of the corruption in my city, people, I said, that's it, God. It's time. As soon as I said that, the storm came in, rain, and it came raining over me, over them, and I took off in my car, and I got on the freeway. I was trying to get back home, and I saw everybody panicking, bro. Everybody, because it was hurricane. It was the hurricanes. This was tornadoes. I didn't see tornadoes. I didn't see it, but I knew it was because I told God, I've been telling you, people. I've been being patient. I haven't unleashed fury yet because I know when I expose, these motherfuckers are gonna try to do whatever they can, do whatever they think they can. You can't stop the chosen one, dog. And there ain't nobody else in this world that's chosen, people. Stop believing these motherfuckers that think they're chosen. There ain't nobody else that's fucking goddamn chosen but me. But back to the story. Everybody was on the freeway driving and bumping like bumper cars and stopping And before I got this download, I was in my. I'm gonna get to that story though. Watch. I was in my house, a house, with a cell phone, and I was levitating, bro, floating with my faith, just floating, preparing like my superpowers were engaged finally. And I was floating in the house, and my mother saw me, and I just stayed floating there, and she didn't realize that I was floating. My feet weren't on the ground. So she turned back around and took off again. Went back to her room, and I floated back around the house. And I was having so much fun. I was floating all around the house, real slow, but I was floating, enjoying every moment of it. I wasn't walking. It was all faith, just floating. I just leaned forward and I started floating. You know what I mean? And then I got so excited, I said, man, I need to start. My superpowers are starting to get stronger, bro. More faster now. You know, things are starting to get more in line with my superpower, right? Faster things are, I don't gotta wait so long. But the reason why I wait so long is because I see people not ready. You know what I'm saying? I see that things need to still play out, and I'm like, God damn, I need to hurry up, man. I got shit to do. I got women to fuck, babies to make. You know what I'm saying? Kids to save, world, homeless to put back in shelters. Not shelters, but apartments that I made, homes. I got the London that's mine. If you look at the crest, dog, it's all. So I own all that shit. The new London, fucking neighborhood that I'm building here. I wanted to put all the vets that are retired, that deserve a house, and not their old beat up houses. I wanted to put them in a brand new house, a bigger house, so they could have their grandkids visit them and. Start, have a fun in their backyards and, engage with other vets, you know what I'm saying? And have block parties and parks with their grandkids around there. But the city's like, no, we got problems over there in London now. We got drainage problems and sewer problems. It's like, bitch, shut up. All I hear is problems, bro. The problem is you. That's the problem. Well, you can't survive without me, because if I end up leaving my job or losing my job, everything's going to go to hell. No, you're going to go to hell, and everything's going to drive. We're all going to thrive. Not drive. We're all going to thrive. That's why Eric Cantu's getting his ass kicked out of there. The mayor's going to get her out of there too. There's enough, maybe one or two more that I might have to pluck out of there after the mayor. Maybe. But I need the mayor out of there and Eric Cantu, right? And I'm going to need a few two news broadcasters that are women. Alexis Scott, Barbie, I need them fired. I'm going to get them fired, bro. I'm done with them. I'm done with the evil eye. I'm done with them stealing my money. I'm done with them thinking they rule me, thinking they could give me the guacha face, the shit face, the evil eye with the shit face. Nah. And then Allen, the weather guy, that fool is. I hate when he's on camera and he walks up to the camera real close. I'm like, ooh, you want to get in my. Okay, Don. Allen's somebody that. Oh yeah, trust me, he's gonna get fired too. And they're not just gonna get fired, people. I'm suing the fuck out of them for character, trying to slander my name and say I'm this and this, which everyone knows I'm not that. They're stealing from me, and others, and they're part of the cult, bro. They're demonic people, dog. They're evil. They're demons, bro. I don't care what anybody thinks or says. I'm getting it done. You may be friends with them. You may not. You may say, damn, finally somebody's doing something about it. Trust me. It's happening, people. By today, tomorrow, they'll get the word you gotta go. And I'm replacing them with beautiful angels that will never be bought, that will never corrupt our city. You know, my city, which is our city. You know what I'm saying? And I need to expose a few more other things as well as I'm on this video. I got three cousins on my grandma's side, the one that I'm living with, and they're called the Stewarts. The last names are Stewarts. One is Judy. No, not Judy. She's the one they killed, and my aunt. The mother died. They killed her years ago. My aunt. Oh, well, I thought was my blood aunt. You know, thought was my real aunt, but turned out my whole family's fake. I was. They're not even blood. Even my mom. Nobody's blood, bro. Only on my dad's side. Supposedly, that's the only blood I have here in Corpus. And I heard they killed my grandpa. Now, if that's true, I don't know. But I heard I've been hearing a lot that my grandpa might have been killed already. And I wouldn't put it past me because they're doing them like Bruce Willis, bro. They're losing dementia, putting shit in his food, and, you know, all more other shit, bro. Leaving him like he was trash, just treating him like he's trash behind closed doors. And they're all gonna catch murder charges for that, killing my grandpa. If he died already. If he died. And I will bring him back. While they're in prison, I will bring him back to life. Because of him. Because of him doing the right thing, people. My whole family went against me. Because my family, they project love, and you know, if you follow our rules, we accept you. But the second you don't follow our rules, we control you. We destroy you. We do black magic. We do evil shit, kitchen magic, you know, hexes, curses, you know, rituals, you know, animal sacrifices. We'll do all this shit, glamour spells, so nobody could see you beautiful and attractive. You know what I'm saying? Everyone will be like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like a bum on, like if you're a bum on the street. Remember, there's homeless and then there's bums. They're going to look at you like a bum, not a homeless, a bum. Like they did me because of all the curses and spells. Everybody, everywhere I went, everybody gave me the guacha face. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't me, people. It was them projecting their evil onto me. You know what I'm saying? And the second the Prince of Darkness died, which is Ozzy Osbourne, dog, my mind was, instead of racing with supernatural, like, you know, portals, and, you know, I was able to finally, and it stopped. In a good way, where I'm like, what the fuck? Wow, I don't gotta think 1,000 miles a second. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 miles an hour a second. You know what I'm saying? My mind was going, and it was hard to balance it all out because I had all these frequencies going on, bro. Too many frequencies. And then when he died, all those curses that he put on me, which he's living in my mansion, by the way, Ozzy Osbourne's family and shit, cars, everything's under my goddamn name, bro. Every fucking thing that these Illuminatis and Freemasons touch is under my goddamn name. So I don't like how these motherfuckers, you know, the only three songs, I only like three songs out of Ozzy Osbourne. And even at that, there's still, those three songs I like, they still have demonic things in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck. But I like heavy metal. You know what I'm saying? I like to bang my head and rock out. You know what I'm saying? With my cock out with my women too. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm serious. I really, you know, I really tell you that I'm really honest with what I'm telling you right now, man. These motherfuckers, dog, they all going down. You know what I'm saying? The Epstein files, you know, it's gonna come out. It's already coming out. It's not gonna come out. It's already coming out. I need a. Don't worry about trade wars. Don't worry about what the world. Don't worry about what Trump says. If prices go up, you know. Don't worry about the heat. Don't worry about. I'm talking about the United States right now. Even the world. Don't worry about too much heat unless you're in the Middle East, like in Gaza. Those motherfuckers are gonna get burnt like toast, dog. They're toast because they don't bow to to my Messiah, Jesus Christ, bro. They don't bow to me. If they bow to me, they bow to him, bro. Cause I see that as they see God in me now. They see Jesus Christ in me. So they bow to me and respect me and my authority and my power. It's because of you, Lord. It's because of you, God. And because of you, they're going to worship you because they see you in me. So if they bow to me and see me as their king and ruler of all goddamn nations one day, you know, I would send them Subway, pizza, Little Caesars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Start giving them tents and then work my way up to apartments and then back to houses again. You know what I'm saying? But you know, these fools, they need to learn also, if they want to eat, they need to send their women and children, not grown ass men, to jump the fucking truck and stab the driver or shoot him or throw sticks and stab the tires. And you know, the dude can't even come out and unhatch all the food and pallets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or even get to the destination. So the men need to shut the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and pipe the fuck down and send the women out there and their children. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're not women and children, they ain't gonna eat. They're all gonna starve and die and eat plastic like they want us to do. Now, and trash. Now, I don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about my God or me. God damn it. I don't give a fuck about them. I'll keep bombing them. Iran, Syria too. You open Pakistan, motherfuckers. We don't play, dog. I don't play, and I'm gonna be the ruler of Russia any goddamn day now too. Putin's already fucking goddamn hiding, bro. All I need is to gain power over Moscow, and I'm the king, bro. I'm the king of Russia. Once I become the ruler of Moscow, that's the capital, dog. I govern the fucking Russia after that. I govern it. So if I govern it, who is he now? He ain't no president. I govern the motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying? I get to hire and fire who the fuck I want after that. And run Russia fucking smoother, cleaner, peacefully, and more prosperous and shit. Anyways, back to other nations and countries too. My heart is saying they will strike August 1st, but I could be wrong, people, and maybe somewhere else in August. I'm still ready for a war on August 1st, though. I'm ready. I'm ready to pop shit off August 1st if they are. I'm hot and ready like Little Caesars, goddammit. You know, I got missiles on target. Oh, another thing, back to the cartels and the border. I'm going to need Abbott I'm going to need you to rise, bro. Rise like you never, not that you never, but you rise all the time. But I'm going to need you to rise on this one, too. I need drone jammers, my drone jammers, military. I need Marines for this. I'm gonna need Marines, real good, you know, intelligent, fast, and shaped soldiers that know a lot about intel and missiles, you know, airstrikes. I'm gonna need Air Force. I'm gonna need the A-10s, the 10 or whatever the fucking. I'm gonna need F-22s, F-35s. I'm gonna need fast ones first. We need to strike them fast. You know, blow them up. You know, take all their boldness away and put the fear of God in them. You know what I'm saying? And while they scatter like roaches and then finally submerge to a group again, bomb them again. When they submerge to a group again, bomb them again. And I'm talking about the cartels, people in Mexico, because they're getting prepared to go to war here too. You know, and they got drones, but their drones are nothing like mine. They got drones with guns on them. You know, like ARs and shit like that. And these guns, they do fire. And I need my Marines to have my drone jammers. So, you know, I want Hummers with drone jammers. Any drone jammer, as many drone jammers we got, because I don't want them to have eyes on us. I want to have eyes on them. You hear me? Okay. So I need to send all my drones. I also want to send, for the first time, people, my robots. Because I don't want to lose no souls. I don't want to lose no Marines. Or even get, I don't even want them to even get shot at, bro. I need to play, this war has got to be smart. This war is going to be a smart war. We're going to win this war the smart way and the fast way. We're not going to go to war with them forever and ever and ever and ever like fucking Ukraine and Russia. We're going to solve this shit a week tops. We're going to get so much intel on Mexico. The Mexico president's going to work with you, okay? Abbott and Senator Ted Cruz. I need both of y'all, and all of the Austin Capitol to come combine forces with me and make this shit pop off with the cartel, because while Trump's gonna try to attack, Trump and his elites and the AKA crooked military that he has hired underneath his wing, the few that he has, but it's still, he has Air Force bought off. He still has, other people bought off, right? So we gotta be alert. We gotta be ready. We gotta be hot and ready, locked and loaded. And as soon as these fucking cartels, we gotta do this right now. As soon as you hear my voice, we gotta send drones, Marines, Humvees. Start sending some tanks too. We're gonna need at least about 200, maybe 300 tanks, bro, just to start off with. So whenever, we could gain ground in Mexico, because they're going to try to shoot over the fence, climb over the fence, and, they're going to try to gain ground past the fence, bro. They're going to try. But we're going to bomb them, push them back, and we're going to gain ground in Mexico. The Mexico president's going to agree. Finally, I finally got y'all on my side and my team. We're not doing this alone no more. And tell her, look, King and us, we got your back, bro. We got your back. we gonna make this shit happen this time. I got Air Force flying over Mexico, bombing Guadalajara or, Jalisco or, wherever these cartels are hiding at. You know what I'm saying? And I need to not jam them, but I need to blow up every intel, every fucking garage holding, fentanyl or heroin or crack. I mean, I don't give a fuck what they got, bro. Unless they got coke, I'm taking the coke. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with cocaine later. I might burn it later. I might do something with it later. But if I do something with coke later, it's going to be legalized and it's going to be like marijuana. And it's not, we're going to do little bits, not a whole kilo. You could buy a key, bro, and go party. And then you go snambre, you ain't going to sell it. No, it's going to be like, okay, so you feel like cutting the grass today, but you're a little down, huh? Okay, well, we got a 20 and a 40 for you. Which one do you want? 40, because I'm going to be out there all goddamn day. Okay, cool. 40, and then you do your grass all damn day. But you still go to show up to work. You're not going to be all fucking burned out doing yayo all fucking day like Scarface and shit. You know what I'm saying? And ready to fucking, no. That's it if I decide to sell coke. If I don't, I'll just burn it. You know what I'm saying? But everything else I'm burning, bro. Especially ice, fentanyl, heroin. Fuck yeah, heroin. I heard there's a new ice they're making too. Burning that shit too. We're burning all their labs out there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not the cocoa leaves, or the coke plants, but we're gonna gain control over it. I'm gonna be the ruler of Mexico too, bro. So it's gonna start happening, Greg Evan. We need to do the ring of fire out of Texas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once they start, fire out like a ring of fire. Just send our drones or robots. I got robot dogs that, we could hover and land in Mexico and distribute them out, and then all the cameras at nighttime, they'll be, you know, the dogs, they'll be walking the streets, you know, or robots. They even got robots too. They'll be, you know, and if anybody fires at them, we know where the fire came from, and we'll just send an airstrike or a missile strike. I'm also gonna need some long range missiles. You know, the missiles that could get this shit done. You know, that could level an apartment or level a house, a garage, not a whole fucking block or a whole fucking city. No, I'm talking about like enemy camps at a time. You know what I'm saying? Bombing house, apartments, you know, garages at a time. And if it's too deep in there, we'll just send the jets. We can't send a helicopters because I don't feel too comfortable sending even Blackhawks, you know what I'm saying, or Apaches. I mean, maybe after we push them back to send the robots and shit, yeah, they'll be cleared. The bodies will be on the ground bleeding out. We could send the robots, and then the robots will go out there and then, you know, stay still. You know what I'm saying? You know, scan everything day and night, day and night. Gain more ground, scan everything, and then we'll just keep pushing out there. Soldiers. Then I'll send the tanks, Hummers, and then we'll combine forces with the Mexican military, and then the more we kill, the more they're gonna squeal. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, "Oh no, we need help." But you know, I'm sorry. You know, some may still be alive. Marines will punch on left and right and say, "Give me the fucking. Tell me who sent you. Who sent you?" Oh, him. He's over there. All right, where's it? Write the coordinates and bomb that shit. And dude, keep repeating that. And then 1 week, 2 weeks tops, we'll have control over Mexico, bro. 90% of fucking cartels will be done with, and then the Mexican military will take the last 10% as a cherry on top for us helping them. You know what I'm saying? Job well done, you know, King and his people, bro. You know, you helped us, you know, solve this problem once and for all. But don't want none of my, because once they start shooting, yeah, you can fire back, protect your goddamn self. You better fire back and give them as much hell as you can and kill them all. But remember, we got at nighttime, that's when the fun starts for us. They think they're good. They think they're demons, bro. So they think, oh, at nighttime we could get away with a lot of shit because demons like to hide in dark. You know, do things in the dark. Remember, but everything that comes from the dark comes to the light. What's done in the dark comes to the light. But I got the best infrared, night visions. You know, that other one too. You know, the body heat signatures and everything, dude. So when we do airstrikes, we'll see exactly where they're at. Drones, my drones have the same thing. I mean, if you feel like you gotta send a convoy, it's time to send convoys, send convoys. If it's time to send 20 Marines over here, 50 over there, send them. You know, I just don't want them to be stuck at the border fence, firing forever and ever and ever. When they're fire, but have another army behind you, another not backup. What I mean by that is do your homework and say, okay, we're getting fired at each other. What can we send that from behind us over the fence? Drones. You know, we could shoot tank missiles and blow up, but we're gonna destroy the fence. Yeah, we'll have a good time blowing them up into pieces. That would be fucking beautiful and awesome to see on goddamn TV. But like I said, dude, we got the best snipers. At night, we're gonna have the most fun at night, bro. They think at night they're gonna. You should see how they are. They're gonna move like roaches, bro. They're gonna move like roaches. But if you're out in the open, right? Out in the open, the roaches, and it's nothing but flat land. It's hard for a roach to not be exposed. But if you're behind bushes and it's hard to see, you know what I'm saying? That's why I need birds in the sky, drones all 24/7. Because I'm telling you right now, it has to happen right now, bro. The cartels, dog. Because once it's a spiritual thing, people. Once Trump attacks, they're gonna attack. This is all planned out. They're gonna do it at the same time. So America, here's Texas. America's on top, right? California, Florida, and New York, right? When they attack, they're gonna come from this angle, right? That's why I got Navy also in the Gulf, just in case they come flying around. Boom, I got them here. Or even the cartels, you know what I'm saying, on boats. Boom, I got them there from Mexico. Same thing over here on California, on San Diego Beach. You know, I got Navy over there too, and I also got the U.S. I'm not just Texas military. I got control over the U.S. military too, but Trump also does too, to an extent, with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers don't listen, bro. They don't listen to what I say. They don't listen, bro. They act like, oh, okay, and then as soon as you turn your back, bitch, whatever, dog. You know, you don't know what we got for you. You see, that's the way they are. That's just the way they think. So I got 9 minutes, 10 minutes left, and I need to hurry up. So we need to do that now. You know, Ted Cruz, Greg Abbott. You know, my military. God bless you. Stay alert. Don't worry. We're gonna win this. You know, you got all my permission to kill any threat, bro. I don't give a fuck. If they're firing at you, you kill them, bro. You know, you see a drone in the sky, blow it up. You know, use my drone jammers. If you need Air Force, call them. That's what I'm paying them for. And we need, damn, bro. Go ahead and send the Apaches. We're gonna need everything we got. Send Apaches. If we need the other helicopters too, Black Hawks, send the Black Hawks. We need them. We need them. But we're going to need Apaches because Apaches are faster and they shoot missiles. So we're going to need that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I want them to, if they get fired at, they better fire right away. They better fire right away. I want them to know that immediately. And they need to fire from a distance, not when they're right there and then fire. Because these motherfuckers got ARs and AKs. And when they see a chopper, they're going to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to try to shoot. I'm not dumb. I know they're going to try. That's why I don't want you that close to them then firing. I need you to fire from a long distance. Using your my badass fucking software that says, okay, there's a tribe of demons right there. And then as you're cruising, just cruise it slowly, as slow as you can. And by the time you hover over them, they're all fucking bleeding out on the ground, dead. So we need to do this now, people. Now back to the mirror and the hurricane. The storm came in immediately because she was trying to plot on my life. And anyways, oh yeah. Back to the stewards, my cousins, bro. They're using credit cards with my name. Credit cards. And they're buying shit with my name, credit cards. And then I got my ex, Valerie, Xavier's mother, my ex-girlfriend, Valerie. Xavier's mother has a cousin, a girl cousin. And that girl cousin, she's short, fat, ugly. And then she has a tia named Yvette. Okay, Yvette and that girl cousin, they live together. Or they're always together like chicle, which is glue, aka glue. Glue is sticky, so they're always together, right? They're real close. Well, Yvette stole my identity. One day she said, I need your ID, Richard. She got my ID, and she said, we're hiring, but I need your ID so they know, so you can start tomorrow. I need to send them a copy of your ID. Well, she scanned my ID, gave it back to me, and the next day I was supposed to go to work. She said, oh, no, they don't need you after all. Bitch just wanted my information, dog. So ever since then, they've been stealing my cash, right? I wouldn't put it past me. It's Yvette and her grandparents también, you know, their grandma, their whole entire family, dog. But Yvette's, you know, Valerie's girl cousin, the short, fat, ugly one that's related, that's always stuck to Yvette. That girl cousin has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend, he's from Molina, and I think his name starts with a H, Howard or some shit like that. Something with the H. He's a skinny skateboard punk looking dude. He used to drive hatchbacks, Honda hatchbacks and shit. And well, she's getting my mail, dog. I swear to God. I know it says Richard Guerra. It says my name on it. I saw it. And it has my address where I'm at right now. That address. I can't say where I'm at on YouTube. But it has my address. And it says Richard Guerra and my address where I'm at right now. So that's telling me everybody in the post office, bro. I all we need to do is send one Fed to the post office, at every post office actually, and just sit there and say, I want all of Richard Guerra's mail, every single bit of it. Oh shit, they're gonna shit bricks, bro. They're gonna shit goddamn bricks because now their money stops. You know, all their information, you know, because when she got that mail, my name on it, she opened it up in front of me and it had paragraphs of all this information, dog, all this intel about money transactions and how much you could spend and where to spend and you know, you could buy this, you could buy that. And then she looked at me and I took pictures with my phone so I could have screenshots to show this is a download I had. And I was showing it to a woman detective. And this woman detective was really nice. She says, I bet you this breaks your heart. And I said, yeah, it does. It does break my fucking heart. She said, okay. Well, then she started talking to my enemies, you know, and my enemies are trying to be cool with her. And she was starting to be cool with her. And I was like, no, they're my enemies. You're not supposed to be cool with these people. But I was like, but she's a detective. She knows better. She's not going to lay with these fools. You know what I'm saying? Lay in bed with them or lay with these fools. Maybe she's just trying to get in close with them to figure out what's really going on. But anyways, this is all true facts, people. These are downloads that I get on the daily. Raul, my cousin Raul Sanchez, on my stepdad's side, Arnold's nephew, Arnold Delgado's nephew, Arnold Sanchez. My stepdad, my mother, Alma, husband's nephew, Arnold Sanchez. He's my age, maybe a year or two older. He used to live right here in Del Macardo. Right here. Right? I don't know if he still lives there with his grandma or not. But he's also involved in fraud, big time, with my name on it. He made a deal with a psych doctor. And I want to say, I saw a photo with my name on it, and it had a bunch of papers on it, and he put it on the wall in a cubby like doctors do when they walk in the office. And it had my name. I opened it up and I saw reports about me, right? And he had divider stickers, right? And he gave Raul a sticker, and he said, take this sticker. He said, now I want you to open that up, match that color, and open it up. And Raul was reading it. He says, now I need you to sign, because if anything goes wrong, it's going to fall on you and not me. And Raul's like, all stupid as fuck, getting paid pennies, bro, for doing this big ass insurance fraud and fucking life insurance fraud, because they got life insurance on me. That's why my mom's been trying to take me out for the longest time. My mom's collecting disability checks on me, and I ain't even disabled, bro. That's why I'm also suing Kathleen Day, because she's harassing me, texting me. Not harassing me, but she sent a letter to my address. They'll send that shit to my house. They'll send child support to my house, but they won't send me my royalty goddamn checks. They won't send me my my documents, my royal documents, my inheritance, my land, my property, my assets. They won't send none of that shit. They won't send me my kids. You know, they want me to pay child support, but they don't let me see my kids. You know, they'll do all this, you know, to put me in the matrix, stuck in, you know, being slave to the system. But they won't let me see my kids. They won't let me give me my birthright, my inheritance that they've been stealing for about over 400 years, going on now, about 300 years. So imagine how long these Illuminati's been enjoying this money for over 350 years. Generation after generation after generation of witches and warlocks and wizards and Freemasons, Illuminatis and Satan worshippers. You know, after they die, their son takes over and steals my money. And then here I am, the 7th generation king, right? The Spaniard king from Europe. The European royalty. Now, they're like, fuck, but he's the chosen one. He don't die. He's exposing us. You know, we did everything. Microwaved his ass, lasered his ass, gas chambered his ass, injected in with so much diseases, cancers, tumors, bacteria infections. You know, we try to make his dick fall off. We try to do everything to him, bro. We fucking humiliate him, campaign his death around the fucking whole world, you know, and the community. You know, we because we don't want no one to know, bro, that we're the ones that are like that. We don't want no one to know that. We don't want no one to know what he knows. He knows too much. But everybody knows too much too. You know, the Epstein Files people, we already tasted the blood, bro. Now we're hungry like fucking. Now y'all are wolves ready to eat some meat. You know, you're not sheep no more. You're like, wait a minute, this ain't processed food. This is meat. Yeah, nigga, you're ready to eat like king now? Okay, because there's plenty of meat out there to eat. So y'all tasted blood like me, like I've been tasting blood for fucking plenty of fucking goddamn years. As soon as they look at me with the evil eye, like